Emotional starvation in marriage is a silent relationship killer that often goes unnoticed until it is too late. Many couples find themselves drifting apart, not because of infidelity or constant fighting, but because of a slow, creeping sense of emptiness. This emptiness is not about physical distance, but about feeling emotionally alone, even when you are together. Imagine sitting next to your partner, sharing the same space, but feeling like you are worlds apart. This is emotional starvation. It can destroy even the strongest relationships if left unaddressed. Today, we are going to break the silence around this issue, uncover its signs, and explore ways to heal and reconnect. Emotional starvation is a state where one or both partners in a marriage feel deprived of emotional connection, support, and intimacy. It is not about the absence of love, but rather the absence of emotional nourishment. Just as our bodies need food and water to survive, our hearts and minds need affection, understanding, and validation. When these emotional needs are not met, a person can feel invisible, unimportant, and unloved. Over time, this lack of emotional fulfillment can lead to resentment, loneliness, and a breakdown in communication. Emotional starvation is often subtle, making it difficult to recognize until the damage is already done. Recognizing emotional starvation in a marriage is the first step toward healing. Some common signs include feeling lonely even when your partner is present, a lack of meaningful conversations, and a decline in physical affection. You might notice that you and your partner rarely share your thoughts, dreams, or worries anymore. There may be an emotional distance that feels impossible to bridge. Arguments may become more frequent, or you may simply stop caring enough to argue at all. If you find yourself longing for emotional support but feeling like you are always coming up empty, emotional starvation could be at play in your relationship. Emotional starvation does not happen overnight. It is usually the result of a gradual erosion of emotional intimacy. Life's demands, work, children, financial stress, can push couples into survival mode, leaving little time or energy for nurturing the relationship. Sometimes unresolved conflicts or past hurts create emotional walls that are hard to break down. In other cases, partners may have different emotional needs or communication styles, leading to misunderstandings and unmet expectations. Technology and social media can also play a role, distracting couples from real connection. Whatever the cause, the result is the same. Partners begin to feel emotionally malnourished and disconnected. The effects of emotional starvation can be devastating. Over time, emotional distance can turn into emotional detachment, where partners stop caring about each other's feelings altogether. This can lead to a breakdown in trust, increased conflict, and even infidelity, as one or both partners seek emotional fulfillment elsewhere. Children can also be affected, as they sense the tension and lack of warmth between their parents. The home environment becomes cold and uninviting, making everyone feel on edge. If left unchecked, emotional starvation can ultimately lead to separation or divorce, leaving both partners wondering where things went wrong. Consider the story of Sarah and David, who have been married for 10 years. In the beginning, they shared everything: hopes, fears, and dreams. But as the years went by, life got busy. David started working longer hours, and Sarah focused on raising their children. Their conversations became limited to logistics and chores. Sarah began to feel invisible, while David felt unappreciated. Neither of them realized they were emotionally starving. Another example is Mark and Lisa, who stopped expressing affection after a series of unresolved arguments. They lived like roommates, each longing for connection but too hurt to reach out. These stories are all too common. The first step in addressing emotional starvation is acknowledging that it exists. Many couples avoid talking about their feelings out of fear of conflict or rejection. However, silence only deepens the divide. Start by having an honest conversation with your partner about how you are feeling. Use I statements to express your needs without blaming or criticizing. For example, say, "I feel lonely and would like us to spend more quality time together." Listen actively to your partner's perspective and try to understand their emotional needs as well. Remember, emotional connection is a two-way street that requires effort from both sides. Healing from emotional starvation takes time and commitment. Begin by prioritizing your relationship. Set aside regular time for meaningful conversations, date nights, or shared activities that foster connection. Practice gratitude by expressing appreciation for your partner's efforts, no matter how small. Rebuild trust by being reliable and keeping your promises. If past hurts are standing in the way, consider seeking help from a couples therapist who can guide you through the healing process. Most importantly, be patient with yourself and your partner. Reconnecting emotionally is a journey, not a quick fix, but every small step brings you closer together. Emotional starvation is a silent relationship killer, but it does not have to be the end of your marriage. By recognizing the signs, understanding the causes, and taking proactive steps to reconnect, couples can heal and build a stronger, more fulfilling relationship. Remember, emotional intimacy is just as important as physical intimacy. Do not let the busyness of life rob you of the connection you once cherished. If you found this message helpful, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the VL Breaker channel for more insights on building healthy, lasting relationships. Together, we can break the silence and create marriages filled with love, understanding, and emotional nourishment.